Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. We're going to be playing some more Fate Grand Order Servant Summer Festival, which would be Summer 8 event. Apparently, they've started copywriting random tracks from FGO's soundtrack, so I can't waste too much time lingering on anyone's screen, because apparently the stupid My Room music, the goofy ass bump 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 or whatever music in between events there is getting copyright claimed, and it's like, dude, seriously? You're a video game, cut it out. So hopefully that's not going to cause any more trouble. I'm doing good, the dog is even better than before. You might still hear her going you know, making those nasally sounds, but it is just part of what she needs to do. So yeah, let's see here if I can rush to my room and jump into the story. This music is copyrighted, so I gotta make sure I keep talking over the top of it, because why in God's name did they went ahead and copyright this? I think they're releasing more soundtracks. They're releasing more soundtracks, and whenever they do that, they start copywriting any of the actual use of that stuff in the game. So now we've got the Kata no Kyokai music, which makes a little more sense, because that was, you know, copyrighted UFO table music, whatnot. But now, gosh knows what type of content is going to be copyrighted in the future. It's just so lame. It's like, oh yeah, FGO's been around for 10 years. After 10 years, we're gonna start screwing people over. It's like, what the hell? If you were a master and you to read a fanfics written by BB, Dolman, or Jalter, Big Poison, which is worse? Jalter wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, menu music. Just original tracks for Fate Grand Order that weren't from any other franchise. It's ridiculous. Anyway, yep, so a basic recap of what's been going on in the story thus far. BB created Lulu Hawa as a singularity again, so that we could just have some good old summer fun without any drama. Of course, there's no such thing as no drama in Fate Grand Order, so turns out somebody, who we still don't know the identity of, has stolen BB's admin rights over the singularity, I guess, and is now running things themselves. And there's a new committee in town that's forcing all of the Dojin circles for Servant Fest to make exclusively Artoria-themed Dojins. And then, almost entirely separate from that, it appears we've got Baobhan Shi from Lost Belt 6 here, and she's become the priestess of Burnunos, or whatever, a Burnunos, and does everything in her power to keep ruining Servant Fest so it doesn't go off without a hitch. And every time she does that, she burninates the venue and all that stuff, Servant Fest gets cancelled, and everything gets reset. So the 7 days leading up to Servant Fest have to be redone. It's not like they're all reset physically, but it seems like the deadline is moved 7 days later. So even though we just went through and got all of the Dojin circles to create a good Artoria-themed Dojin, friggin' Baobhan Shi ruined it all, and we're at another reset. And that's currently where we're at. And it looks like it's pissing off the new committee as well. So, Baobhan Shi doing this, and whoever owns this singularity, might be on completely different sides. We'll have to find out the truth. I don't want anything to do with Dolman, ever. He's just a turd. He should stay dead. Alright. So with that, we're going to dive right into the story and see where things go from here. Long, long ago, people knew of mysterious sensations. They would feel like someone was watching them or speaking to them, even when no one was there. It was a strange, mysterious sensation that felt near, far, affectionate, loving. Let's be friends! Woo! And like there was no hope of escaping it. Do you have to be so vague? People had no way of interacting with it, understanding it, or expressing their feelings to it. But they believed it to be a force for good, and that it was necessary for all life on their planet. So they believed. In the power of love. Much time passed. Other people washed up on the shore from a faraway sea. These new people knew the voice's true identity because of the experiences they suffered in their hometown. That is redacted! We must never try to understand one another. Right, yes, this singularity has been reset a couple of times now, so it's been like 30 days or so. Ish, that kind of thing. So all the servants have had time to party and goof off and whatnot before Ritsuka even showed up, because Ritsuka had homework to do in the form of papers, reports to write up based on the singularities and lost belts and all that shit. It was a very close call. After a great deal of hard work, the mysterious sensation was shut off. Oh. In this way, people's wisdom and efforts protected them from an alien invasion. Okay. What was this sensation, then? That's strange. That's very strange. Servant Fest Day 2. Why are we waking up on day 2? We got reset again. Is everyone okay? Yes, I'm fine. And so are Mashu and Lancelot. Chloe headed straight for the Chun Chun Tay the moment she woke up. She said something about how she needed to take care of the clubs before their motivation dropped like a stone. Now it's just... Just what? Is there a problem with me being here? Not when you're dressed like that. Oh, I see. You're hiding some kind of weapon of mass destruction meant to threaten Servant Fest, aren't you? Dude. Like a sacred sword-produced bomb, or something filled with tons of failed attempts to create a sacred sword. No. Of course not! First of all, I'm a detective trying to solve this case, not sabotage it. Second, I never fail to create my sacred swords. They're guaranteed to work. Every time. That's good to hear. You were making something that looked like sacred swords in the battle just now, weren't you? I don't know much about them, but I have heard that sacred swords are the best armament there is. It's very impressive that you can create them so consistently. Oh, I don't know if... Okay, I'd definitely say that. But it's all I have going for me. Like, really, that's it. Oh, Kana. Hello, little snoozles. Schnoozles. I'm glad you're okay, Yarundu. Same to you. I heard that there were some tough humans out there, and I guess I heard right. Oh yes, Master Sarah is a very seasoned survivor. Indeed. Sarah and Mashu are excellent combat buddies. I can always relax knowing they have my back. The two of you fought very well, too. And I also notice you appear to be good friends. Friends? Me and this runt? Runt? What are you talking about? We're pretty much the same height. Now, that's enough. Besides, we still need to check on the others. Right, good point, Master. Let's get in touch with Chloe and rendezvous with the rest of the Alliance. They're so sad. Their books weren't printed. There you are. About time you showed up. I guess as long as you're okay, we're all good. Are you kidding me? We're a long way from all good, you know. All that work we did to finish those books in time, only to be stopped in our tracks by a paper shortage. How can I possibly face the other clubs now? True. I'm used to this sort of thing after going through it 6 resets, but it still hurts when you're really giving it your all. I mean, you still have the data, right? If there's a servant fest god, they must be dyed in the wool. Must be a dyed-in-the-wool sadist. Oh well, the second reset was like this too, so at least I don't have to worry about dying from shock this time. Hang on, weren't you guys responsible for that one? Oh, you mean what they say about the Anti-Servant Fest Alliance going around to other clubs and stopping them from printing their new books? You prefer digital manga? I prefer paper manga if I can, it's just more expensive. And I reserve it for only my favorite books. But technically, when it's digital, you can put it on a larger screen and get more resolution that way. Notice more details. But having the book is fun, I gotta say. Blame this on Merlin. Why Merlin? Oh, you mean what they say about the Anti-Servant Fest Alliance going around to other clubs and stopping them from printing their new books? Yeah, that would pretty much kill those poor doujin circles. Half the fun is going out there and buying that stuff. Once it goes online, it just gets pirated so fast. Yeah, that wasn't us. The new books from the clubs that were buckling down and focused on their doujin just kind of got cancelled on their own. The only problem is that, obviously, digital manga allows for so many more to get fan translated, whereas only a select few get actually printed. And of those that get printed, there's the occasional censorship. So the fact that someone would waste paper censoring the fuck out of someone else's beautiful art just, it aggravates me to no end. Really? That's just like what happened this time. Then the real cause for the second reset must have been... Correct. A dearth of paper. Mademoiselle, can you please tell us where we might find the island's printer? The city outskirts. It's built in such a way that it should be able to keep operating no matter what happens in the city. Hello, Twisted Penny. But I failed to consider how a paper shortage could bring its operations to a halt. Wasn't Lancelot French? I wonder why the Queen of Sheba didn't tell us about this. She's the one running the printer. If I had to guess, she probably doesn't want to pay the fee for breach of contract. I don't know, man. True, I definitely wouldn't put it past that one. For someone as cheap as her, something like paying a penalty fee is probably physically painful. Anyway, that aside, what are you doing here with them? Yeah, Lancelot traveled to Britain. You gonna blame us for the reset again, even though we're the biggest victims here? So you say, but this doesn't change the fact that your ideology is still dangerous. If a paper shortage was responsible for the second reset, that means there was enough paper during the first, right? Then maybe the printer shut down after that because of some kind of trouble. Oh, I just figured it out. Hoartori is a singularity, so every material used here has to come from somewhere on the island itself, right? So if there's not enough paper to go around, wouldn't that mean there aren't enough trees to make it? The forest fires! Smokey Bear has failed us. Hey, yeah, animals aren't the only victims of forest fires. They obviously hit trees hard, too. What have you been doing all this time, Naknareya? You're usually way more on top of what's going on in your territory. Sorry. It's true, I have been putting off dealing with the forest fires. But the Normalization Committee's job is strictly to oversee Servant Fest. We don't have the resources to look after the whole island. A fair point. Kind of parallels the fact that Astolfo is a British prince that came to France? Was he? I don't remember that. The manager who failed to report the paper shortage is a problem we will certainly have to deal with later. But right now, if the forest fires are causing Servant Fest to be cancelled, then we already know who is responsible. Burnunos, the festival god of flame and its shrine maiden, Ketku Mikoser. So wouldn't defeating them be enough to stop the forest fires and, by extension, the paper shortage? I mean, you'd have to grow new trees. That doesn't happen overnight. I think you're right, which would mean defeating that fairy is the only choice we have. Was there a horrible fire in Hawaii? I don't know. I'd love for everyone on this island to be able to resolve their differences peacefully, but I guess that may not be realistic. So the time has finally come to teach that damn priestess fairy a lesson, huh? Then let's head for the forest. Rest assured you'll have the full might of the Alliance with you every step of the way. What are you talking about, Blackbeard? Did you forget that the drawing schedule is an immovable object that doesn't have room for so much as a single wasted minute? Didn't you already draw your damn comics, though? Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure everyone always has enough tea, ma'am. Don't worry, everyone. We're the field ops team, so we'll go investigate the woods. Besides, we were planning on going there anyway. That's okay with you, right, Sarah? Of course. Want to come with us, Yorandu? Where'd that come from? Are you trying to win me over or something? Well, if you're gonna investigate this too, we're more likely to succeed if we work together. I see. True, I guess that would be more efficient. Alright, I suppose I can't impose on a human who only just got here. I'll authorize you to investigate the forest region, as long as you remain under my supervision. Our goal is to neutralize Ketku Mikoser and Burnunos, the festival god of flame. Besides, they say the animals on the west side are pretty violent, so someone has to keep you safe while you're there. Ah! Tequila! I have no doubt in my mind that's exactly what they modeled that song after. Ah, it's so hot out here! The Hawaiian Islands, especially the island of Hawaii itself, are volcanic, so there are lots of wastelands created by magma flows. Some regions have especially large wastelands, filled with volcanic rocks that are said to look like the surface of the moon. So this is one of those moony places, huh? Looks more like Mars to me. I don't see anything volcanic either. Indeed, this one seems more like a desert than anything. Reused assets! It reminds me of the wasteland near Las Vegas. I doubt any normal life forms could stay here for very long. Hey OtakuDaiKun, what 5-star servant has spooked you the most? I wouldn't mind getting spooked by Waver since he's actually useful. I don't think I've been spooked by the same 5-star, like, ever. It's always just been, like, a random one. that didn't have any place being on that banner. The biggest and most ultimate cruelty. Spooks. I hate that shit. Gotcha can go suck it. It reminds me of the wasteland near Las Vegas. I already read that. Hey, that's not fair. There are water reserves here and there, and plenty of boulders big enough to provide shade. Urban living makes servants so weak. I can't stand it. Hey, I actually like this wasteland a lot. What? Why? You do? Well, that's good to hear then. Now that I look closely, she really is dressed for the heat. Presumably you are too. Except, when you're actually in real heat, you need to wear something that, like, keeps you from sweating out too much. Or prevents too much sun exposure. Unfortunately. Anyway, we'll be at the woods soon, but don't expect things to cool down in there, okay? And let me know if you start feeling ill or exhausted. We can take a break, and I'll even play some music for you. Can't believe I'd stumble on your channel after so many years. Used to enjoy watching your FGO lore videos back in 2020. Yep, I'm uploading, same as always. I also do lots of waifu-based anime lore, so a series called The Waifu Files. I hope you consider checking those out, because I do a lot more than just Fate. But I have been doing Fate as well. You're being awfully nice to her, Yorundu. What's your game? What could I hope to get from enslaving a single human? I'm just returning her courtesy. The Anti-Servant Fess Alliance's ideology might be dangerous, but that's not Sarah or Mashu's fault, right? I can tell they're just helping the Alliance because they're too nice to refuse. It's also why they're not making any excuses for any of its members. The English King Otto. I must have included that in my Astolfo lore. It's just been years and years since I made that video. You're just as observant as her, too, which is only more confusing. Well, never mind that. Is there anything we need to watch out for in the woods? And do you have any idea where Baobhan might be hiding out? A woman could wear a skimpy outfit like that and just throw a light, fine cape or cloak on top of it. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Some clothes are valuable in, like, the desert, believe it or not, even the searing heat. Especially if it's something that you can get wet, and it stays wet and keeps you cool. In that regard, while it's a terrible idea to drink your own urine if you're out in the desert, if you were to, say, pee on your shirt or your clothes, and then wear your clothes like that, that would actually keep you cooler for longer, which is really weird, but apparently true. Baobhan, who's that? She's Miko Ser. Huh, I see. You're awfully knowledgeable, aren't you? Does that name mean anything I should know about? I believe it means woman fairy. She is the name for fairies in general. For example, there are also Ketshi, or cat fairies, and Kushi, or dog fairies. Really? Ketshi just means cat fairy. Huh. I had no idea. Yeah, FF7 Remake still calls him Kate Sith, probably because most of the ignorant Western fans would have been blindsided by the accurate pronunciation. Another kind of female fairy is the Banshee, or Banshees, as I think they're called nowadays. Now, speaking of which, does your name have any special meaning, Yorundu? Of course it does. You know the Southern Cross, the red light shining in the night sky? In this land it is called Yorundu. I mean, Reeve must have known it was a cat, otherwise you wouldn't have called it that. Well, we made it into the woods, but I can't believe what I'm seeing. The air is so dry and the sun is so strong that it's causing the trees to burn from the inside out. You'd still want a cloak or a cape or something to keep all sorts of bugs and other shit off of you. No wonder forest fires are so frequent here. This is nothing like any forest we know. Yarandu, are these woods part of a nature preserve? Yes, they are. They are untamed Hawartorian woods that only qualified personnel are allowed to enter. As for why you need qualifications, here they come. Multiple hostiles incoming. Everyone prepare for battle. Yep, we're back to old school FGO writing. $5 for the Sick Pupper Fund? Well, thank you so much, Archangel Glenn. How are you doing today? We've got to put this out. Come on, Lancelot. Erendite this blaze. There will be no diting. There will be no diting. Just because the Lady of the Lake gave me my sacred sword doesn't mean it can produce water. It's not like Excalibur could do that. Artoria, you're a mage, right? Can't you conjure up some water? Conjuring water is a super advanced spell, so I don't think I'd be able to pull it off under duress. The fire keeps spreading. If we don't do something, it'll burn down the whole... Cover your ears and get down, you fools, or you'll get blown away with the flames. That voice, fraught with tension as it may be, it's still like music to my ears. Whoever it belongs to must be a woman of impeccable beauty. Crouch. Press the duck button. Feeling blah like the little pupper? Hopefully not as bad as my poor pupper, but hopefully you also start feeling better as well. At least with humans, you can give them instructions on how to take care of themselves and they'll follow them. So if you need to eat, even though you don't have an appetite, you know you at least have to try and keep something down. You know, that kind of stuff. What an incredible blast of water! If I didn't know better, I'd swear it came from a fire hose. It certainly did, and it seemed to have quelled the flames. One of my favorite movies is UHF with Weird Al. And the janitor character in that movie is hilarious as hell. And there's a part where he's like, "Who wants to drink from the fire hose?" And it's really stupid but hilarious. I don't know, I just love that movie so much. But then I found out that the guy who plays the janitor, I think is the same guy who plays Kramer in Seinfeld. And he's also a stand-up comedian who went on this extremely racist tangent, swearing the N-word like crazy at a stand-up event. So I was like, damn it, why do people have to be such dipshits? It ruins the fun. I still think the movie's funny, and I try to take characters and movies and performances independent from the shitty actors that gave them, but it is what it is. Ignorance is bliss in that particular instance. It certainly did, and it seems to have quelled the flames. Allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude. Oh, mega thighs. Damn. That is the most unrealistic body I have ever seen. My fair and valiant lady, may I know your name? Alright, I'll tell you who I am, if only to stop you from causing trouble like this again. I am Barghest, captain of the UDK, charged with protecting Hawartoria's forest. Also, I don't need your gratitude. Rescuing people from fires is all in a day's work for the UDK. Barghest! Oh, Sarah, it's you. I suppose I did hear you would be arriving late. Well, no matter. Yes, we need her to fight fires all around the world. The animals in these woods are on the edge, thanks to having lost their habitats for the forest fires. So we were just killing scared animals? To say nothing of the magical energy leaking out from the night woods. Unless you have business here, I suggest you return to the city. Even the UDK cannot patrol the forest 24/7. So you're captain of the UDK. Is this one of those strong protect the weak things? High and mighty as ever, I see. No shock there. For that matter, are you sure you should even be out here? I mean, how do you even maneuver all that bulk through the trees without knocking them over? Where's that voice coming from? Oh, the child of prophecy. You're so small that I couldn't see you down there. If you can't see me, that's your problem. And while I'm at it, you're not supposed to respond to one running joke with another running joke. Hello, Barghest. I see you decided to come to the western part of the island. Indeed. I'm glad to see you're well, Mashu. You've been staying out of the eastern city where the convention hall is, yes? I'm sure you have your hands full with the festival, but I hope you can still find the time to visit us out here now and then. You would be a great help in defending the woods from disasters, falling rocks, and violent kangaroos the Destroyer has been whipping into a frenzy. Oh my god, yeah, if you haven't seen them yet, there are angry boxing kangaroos with spiked gloves that you fight in the woods here. It's one of the more recent, fresh designs for a fucking enemy in Fate Grand Order. It's ridiculous. Violent kangaroos? You haven't seen them yet? Well, none of that sounds good. I thought the forest fires were the only problem here. It's impressive how Weird Al managed to stretch the plot for his Episode 1 parody for 5 out of the 7 minutes of the song American Pie. Oh yeah? Episode 1. Oh, right, Star Wars Episode 1. Yep. This is an Australia singularity now? Versus Roger Jr. Knocknarea? Knocknarea of the King Clan? Now you're on about that too? Does it mean Southern Cross in your language or something? No, it means Queen's Tomb. I can't tell if I should take that as a bad omen or an honor. That was awfully specific considering what happened to Knocknarea. Oh. Yeah, because they can never just stick to one country in Fate Grand Order. They're like, oh, ever since, like, Camelot, they're like, yeah, let's add Jerusalem and Egypt and all this stuff and just cram it into one. And Britain. Well, more importantly, Barghest, was it? That was great. Wait, Australia Singularity is in 3 weeks, and it's technically a sequel? There's really a part 2 to the summer event? That's 3 weeks later? Is this really true? Can someone confirm this? I do believe you, but it's just, I want to be informed so I can schedule the next streams. Is there really a big 3-week break in between this event? I don't remember it being that big, ever. But they do usually give us 2 big chunks. If it's not really... Are they all in bikinis and stuff still, too? Is it really a summer event, or is it just, like, something else? I've never seen a firefighter put out a blaze like that so quickly. Canaan's the region. Still, you know what I mean. With you on our side, we could deal with the enshrined deity, his priestess, and... No, wait. We could put out all his fires directly, put out all the fires directly in the city in no time, too. But it's not summer. Okay. That works for me. I probably won't stream that, then. Just because it slows down the production of other videos. You've got to come to the committee headquarters with me. We'll gladly hire you and the rest of the UDK. Hey, yeah! Except she's not gonna do it. I have no intention of leaving the western area. Protecting this forest is half of my sworn duty. For that matter, I have no interest in this Servant Summer Festival nonsense whatsoever. So I will not be so much as setting single foot in this city of yours. Remember that. What about Baobhan? Can you tell us anything about her? Her? Yes, I can. It pains me to say this. But Baobhan, Melusine, and I all came to this singularity for the same purpose. However, Baobhan retreated to the Nightwoods, and Melusine, I have no idea what she could be thinking. She is a fairy like me, and so can surely hear the voice coming from this island as clearly as I can. And yet she chooses to spend her days doing nothing but eating, sleeping, and lounging on the beach. She is a disgrace to all Tamlin. The next time we fight, I will prove once and for all which of us is superior. Hey, keep it down, Baggy. You just scared off all the animals around here. Not to mention you all blew out Sarah's eardrums. Dai is an event that introduces Wandina to the game, which is not a servant, it's just a different event with its own story. It's not a servant event? You mean a summer event? In Kata no Kyokai, fairies looked like insects. In Kata no Kyokai, they weren't real fairies. They were imitation ones. Not to mention you almost blew out Sarah's eardrums. My apologies. I can't believe I let myself get so swept up in my emotions that I forgot the company I was in. At any rate, I take it you have business with Baobhan. Then I must give you the same warning. Her hideout, the Nightwoods, lies in the darkest depths of this forest. It is a holy land guarded by the local spirits, as well as the domain of two fearsome creatures. Even I am reluctant to speak their names. One is the Destroyer of Worlds, worshipped by animals everywhere. The other is the Dark Fairy King, feared by animals everywhere. The presence of those two monsters would make any trip into the forest fatal for you. The Dark Fairy King. Those are some of the lamest names I've ever heard. Damn it, does this mean we have even more suspects now? Of course. That may be a moot point, since you won't be able to enter the Nightwoods even if you wished to. High Queen Morgan has put up a bounded field all around that area. The only ones who can freely pass through it are the local wildlife and Baobhan, the High Queen's heir. My fellow UDK members have told me that Baobhan is causing trouble in the city. I could deal with her myself, but as a rule, Tamlin are not permitted to fight each other. If you wish to stop her, then do so yourselves. There are many other servants in the city, yes? Surely you can find at least one truly talented mage instead of a berserker who merely calls herself one. So I suggest you look to other comrades to break through the bounded field. Yeah, but they've got to be better than frickin' Morgan. The only one that would be better than Morgan is the one who taught Morgan, aka Merlin. Assuming, of course, that a mage capable of destroying one of the High Queen Morgan's bounded fields actually exists in proper human history. Yep, we need more, Lynn. Although there are plenty of other mages. But they're all refusing us! You better not, you dipshit. Just our luck that every last one of them turned us down. Fuck you, Merlin. The rebound curse would kill me. I'm not familiar with this world's Fey language. I'd be terrified of what might happen later. The spell's lineage isn't like anything I've handled. For that matter, it's the kind of spell that should never be broken anyway. Since they gave us such definitive reasons for refusing, it doesn't feel like there's any further room for negotiation. Bayonetta Origins? No, I don't really actually play any of the Bayonetta games. Indeed. Only Merlin refused because he didn't want to break the spell, not because he couldn't, or so he said. By now, this is certainly nothing new from him, but I find myself wondering just how serious he takes his duties. So that's what you guys got up to on the western end of the island while I was busy running between clubs. It really doesn't seem fair that a priestess in an overgrown deity costume is being protected by a bounded field that not even mages from the Age of Gods can break. Now what do we do? You'd think Proto-Merlin could do it too. Well, I can tell you now not to bother with asking the original. She's only good at crossing boundaries, not bounded fields. Sure, she might act all easygoing and breezy, but she's a serious-minded monster at heart, the kind who likes to put up her own bounded fields so she can hide behind them. See you later, Hydrasfang. Usually Himiko would be perfect in this situation, but her mirrors can't reflect a lot of light in those dark woods. Hello, Cat. Sounds like you know a lot about the Western Woods. I tried going there to beat Mikosare myself once, but I got so lost I couldn't tell my tail from a hole in the ground until the UDK found me. I still can't believe this cat couldn't even sneak her way into an enemy fortress. How the mighty have fallen. I guess I'll just have to ask the Daikokuten for tips on how they get around rat guards. Oh, hello. I love your outfit. Are you one of the local idols? You seem like you'd be great at singing and dancing. Hey, good eye, thanks. But you're about 2 years too late. Right now, I'm just everyone's favorite waitress. Woof. You don't know what a cat is, do you? That aside, I'm surprised you're so willing to work with Master on getting rid of that false priestess. Because last I heard, everyone aligned with the Alliance was supposed to be a target for banning. Sarah has nothing to do with the Alliance. Also, she's been very cooperative with the committee. Cat-tastic. If you've got your head on that straight, then I guess I can give you this special piece of advice. Since ancient times, there's been an expression too many people forget. Leave it to the experts. Every man to his trade. Let the chef do the cooking. Let the cat stay curious. Meaning if you want to know about fairies, ask another fairy. Oh, and I don't mean the hip-hop dancer. You talking about this one? But she's a cute and sexy hip-hop dancer. After sunset, go to the beach. As long as you have an ice pop, he's sure to show up. Huh, I don't remember any fairy like that at the beach. Hey, yeah, I bet he knows something. God damn it. Oberon! No! Just so we're clear, I totally didn't show up here because your ice pop lured me in. Still, I can't deny that I appreciate your generous gift. Don't mind if I do. Wow, the ice pop really worked. Hey, there's not a better way to beat the heat than an ice pop. And I need to beat it if I'm going to stay alive. That's why I always try to stay stocked up on them all, at all times. But do you know what a clerk in a Hawaiian shirt told me at the last store I visited? I don't care if you're a king. I can't sell you anything on a tab. For that matter, if you're really a king, you wouldn't need to make a tab in the first place, right? I swear, the nerve of some people. How could you look at me and not see royalty? It's not like a fat wallet is the only thing that defines a king. Of course, that's not to say my pockets are pretty deep. I just like to use words instead of money where I can. Anyway, what can I do for you today? I don't think anything's changed since the last time we... Oberon? What do you think you're wearing? That's the hoodie I was originally going to wear with my swimsuit. And thank God he did. For once Oberon did us a favor. I'll give him some credit there. How dare anyone think that they could cover up such a fine Artoria body with such an ugly-ass hoodie? Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Hell no. Hell no. We wouldn't have this sexy swimsuit if it weren't for Oberon, so I do have to give you some credit, buddy. Do you have any idea how hard it was to choose a replacement after it suddenly went missing? I see. Sorry about that. But it's so much better! I found it lying in the cafeteria and thought it was a Chaldean uniform. The cafeteria? An unlikely Well, even if you did find it there, you do know the right thing to do would have been to put it in the Lost and Found, don't you? Sorry, I'm the Fairy King. It would be weirder for me to do the right thing by human standards. Still, I'd say all's well that ends well, wouldn't you, Sarah? Don't you think this outfit's much more summery? It's true. A hoodie would be wasted in Hawaii. I swear you two agree on the weirdest things sometimes. What, that you're hot as fuck? That's not weird at all. Anyway, now that I've been fully exonerated, let's get down to business. What's got you stumped? I can at least be a sounding board, if nothing else. Being a sounding board sounds a lot more helpful than a sounding rod in this case. I don't want that word to be anything near Oberon. I see, so that's why you haven't been around here lately. You were off visiting the Western Forest. Ho Artoria's woods were already dangerous enough, what with all the fires constantly breaking out. But now there are two more dangerous figures, known as the Destroyer of Worlds and the Dark Fairy King there, huh? I wonder who came up with those names. Wait, are you sure these people even exist? This just seems like way, way too many enemies for one singularity. No, that pretty much seems certain. Vargas says they do. Or said they do. And she's been protecting the woods for a while now. Gotcha. Well, they're probably the enshrined deity, priestess's underlings or something. Anyway, you said you're looking for a way into the Nightwoods? I'm surprised Morgan put up a bounded field around it. I thought she only did it for that one hotel. Maybe she added this one, on down later. You're right, this is a toughie. I'd bet the more skilled, no, the more normal the mage, the harder time they'd have with it. What do you mean by that? Oh, don't mind me, I'm just thinking out loud here. Besides, even if I'm right, it wouldn't help solve the problem at all. There, you see, Sarah? I knew there was no point in asking Oberon for help. Let's go back to the hotel. I bet Mashu and the others will have some much better ideas for... It's kind of like Nito Crease. I want to take her stupid Medjed cloak and just burn it. Burn it right in front of her and be like, nope, you're not allowed to wear this anymore, not when you've got these nice skimpy outfits. Nuh-uh-uh. Of course, if I had the chance, I'd take her one piece and burn that too while I'm at it. She's not supposed to look better in her regular form than her summer form, but that's just how it works. Yeah, if you're just trying to break or disable the bounded field, I don't think you're going to have much luck. But what if you befriended someone who could let it through? Who could let you through without having to break it? That's a better wording. Are you saying we need to become fairies ourselves? Well, not so much as actually become a fairy, as make them think you're a fairy, but yeah. Try sprinkling this pixie dust on yourselves when you enter the woods. It should confuse the bounded field into thinking you're friends, so long enough for you to cross it. Though you should be able to make this stuff too, Artoria. It's pretty elementary Merlin magecraft after all. Unless you forgot the recipe. You don't say. I guess I was just too busy to think of it myself. Then why don't you make the next batch? You're a mage, so you should be able to do at least that much. After that, the rest will be up to you guys. Let's see, Burnunos, was it? If you can defeat that thing, you should. If only to stop it from setting the whole city on fire again. Anyway, I wish I could come along, but as you can see, I'm a busy guy. So instead, I'll just wish you good luck. I know I sure wouldn't want to set foot in Morgan's domain. Thanks, Oberon, you lazy fuck! Rain falling in the forest at night. Sorry, excuse me. So you're gonna sprinkle this pixie dust stuff on yourselves to pretend to be friends of the forest? Doesn't this mean Artoria could just walk in? And so would Yarandu. I'll pass. I don't think I could take that. But you're already a fairy. What do you mean? Hiding who you are? That's just lying. As the head of the normalization committee, do you really think I could do something that underhanded? I don't mind when it's other people doing it, but personally, I can't stand lying or obfuscating. So much so that I'd rather just disappear. No kidding. I didn't think you were so earnest, Yarandu. Well, she is a committee head. That sort of thing is probably why people listen to her. Anyway, sounds like it's my turn to accompany you. Our group will consist of Big Sister Sarah, Mashu, Arcas, Lancelot, and me. Fine, I'll stay here and see if the city is being properly protected. And don't even think about trying to fight the enshrined deity. If you can just find out where Mikosar is hiding, that'll be more than enough. Isn't she hiding in the night woods? Isn't that why we're going there? Kinda defeats the purpose. Ooh, it looks like someone put an offer on our house. Yippee! Hopefully it's adequate, because we'll take it if so, because it's costing us, a mortgage month every month. Alright, the Night Woods is just up ahead. Are you ready, Arcas? Yes, of course. Alright, a little sprinkle of pixie dust and we should be good to go. That's a fun little animation. It's night now. and the magical energy is far denser here. It would seem this truly is a forest of spirits. So I've kind of done a bit of a preliminary move. We're eventually going to buy a house where I'm living, but right now we're staying in an apartment because Ari-chan had to start working her new job. Here's another $5 for the Kana Fund. Hope she's all better soon. Yeah, she's such a good girl. Oh yeah, I forgot to upload that corgi video to Discord. Huh? Don't you mean fairies? No, I don't. Fairies and spirits may seem the same, but they're not. For better and worse, fairies have human levels of intelligence, so their residual magical energy can be directed to some degree. Directed, as in, it can be more easily shaped into magecraft and mystics? Things like bewilder people who enter, steal people who enter's memories, and transform people who enter? Indeed, fairies make use of what we call mystics simply by existing. They don't have mages because they have no need to study magecraft in the first place. She's a corgi mix, so she's a bit longer than the average corgi. And she's got a nice, happy paintbrush tail. Spirits, on the other hand, are more supernatural things. They have neither good intentions nor ill. Regardless of how much magical energy they possess, it is no more than a thing that exists. As long as no one is misusing them for their own ends, they don't cause trouble like fairies do. So in this case, the one misusing them would be Miko-Ser, the enshrined deity priestess. That would explain how she's so absurdly strong even though she's dressed like something out of a kid's puppet show. No, Baobhan isn't the one with all that power. It's the monster she's with, Burnunos. Yes, she's Pembroke mixed with Cattle Dog. Last I checked, Baobhan can't do any magecraft stuff without Morgan's tools. Hang on, what was that? Yes, I heard it too. What, is this another ghost? I swear to God, if there's ghosts in this event, then we're talking like 3 different summer events I've been playing lately that all deal with ghosts. Nikke, Zenless, and this. It's like, what? It sounded like something not of this world, or like it was crying out in agony. Wait, I think it's a ritual sacrifice! Miss Jaguar Muma told us about them once. Jaguar Mura, sorry. Just say Taiga. If Miko-Ser truly is a priestess, then she may indeed be performing some manner of ritual. It could be a trap, but since we have no other leads, I think we should follow that sound and see what it is. Just be careful. The Jaguar Dojo. There they are. Oh shit. Kakate kui! Ora ora! There are so many animals here, and they're all dancing? Didn't look like a dance. Papo power! Melomaku melomai! Papeo peo! Wait. Yeah, papeo peo. Definitely Meepo! What the fuck? What tremendous hostility! And they're all too eager to make use of it in battle. Everyone prepare for battle, and stay sharp. These animals are far stronger than any foe we've yet faced. They weren't stronger than those fucking chickens, I'll tell you that. Man, so this is what a true boxer is like. Boar! Definite boar! What the fuck does that mean? What did you just call me? Oh no, that kangaroo just knocked Arcas's trumpet into the lake. You bitch! Okay, so it is a trumpet. It's been declared. You've gotta be kidding me. That trumpet's unique. There's not another one like it in the world. Then you better go grab it. Merub! Omede Luminas! What the fuck are they saying? Yikes, that one just knocked Mashu's shield away. How do they know how to fight humans so well? Mashu, you really gotta have a better grip on that frickin' shield. What about you, Lancelot? Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. They knocked my weapon away a number of times as well, but I always caught it. What's your excuse? I'm used to picking up my weapons after losing them after all. That's great, but things still aren't looking great for us. What is it becoming the trumpet of the lake now? Babo? At ease, warriors of the forest. At ease. Well, we are going to see Morgan, yeah? Today's ritual is over. Please exit through Westgate 1 in an orderly fashion. What is this, like a theme park? We will hold tomorrow's ritual in the evening. Remember to bring your food offerings. Peppo, Peppo! I am so lost. They all disappeared into the forest, but wait, never mind that. That voice just came from the spring. Calm down. I am the spirit who lives in the spring, or something like that at least. People call me the Destroyer of Worlds. Do they now? I take it you're the ones who dropped something into my spring? It hurt a lot. This is a grave matter indeed. It's your little fucking furry friends that did it. Now answer me honestly. Don't worry, I won't get angry. Did you drop this gold trumpet, or this silver horn? A horn? What happened to the shield? Hey, SSJ4 Vegeta 1986. Is 1986 your birthday? Or your birth year? But yes, thank you for the super chat. The Fairy Knight swimsuit forms drop tomorrow after reset. Yeah. It seems like the new chapter of the story also appears then. That means you're older than me. I'm 1989. But not by too much. You're older than my brother by a year as well. I'm sorry, now that I look more closely, I see you still have your shield, Mashu. No, your combat analysis was correct, Chloe. It's still a very precious possession. I guess that means we dropped them both. Will you give them back to us, Spirit of the Spring? Very well. It seems the time has come for me to reveal my form to the world. The form that made the animals of this forest true believers in the span of a single night. I don't know, OtakuDaiKun's gonna be like Old Man Happosai, or whatever the Dragon Ball old man was. Just gonna be obsessed with waifu till my dying day. Back in the old days of the 90s OVA. That's when the real good stuff was. And I wouldn't be lying. The form that made the animals of this forest true believers in the span of a single night. Oh, you? Fuck off. Thank you for coming to my ritual. Now please get out your wallets and don't be afraid to give till it hurts. Living on spring fish alone is no way to keep my bow fingers in shape, so I'm thinking today calls for a nice steak. So much for doing your job, Tristan. I'm sorry, just wait a moment while I go and fetch the real Sir Tristan. Kick him in the net! I remember when Sci-Fi Channel showed badly censored 90s OVAs. Well, that's sad. The censorship part, anyway. Great that it was aired otherwise. Thank goodness you finally found me. I always believed help would come. This makes all the time I spend hiding worthwhile. Yes, I guess the difference between me and Haposai is that even though he's willing to flip skirts and do that stuff, we both like seeing the girls revealing themselves. I'm just the observer on the outside who doesn't mind watching as Haposai does that stuff. And watching him take the fall for what I'm benefiting from, essentially. Well, I guess you were hiding yourself in one sense of the word. I know what you're all thinking. I understand your concerns, but I ask you keep them to yourselves. You cannot expect common sense from Tristan. That is not how the mind of a genius works. Yes, of course. Instead of panicking after we got separated, Sir Tristan bided his time by hiding out in this spring. This sounds like some kind of Monty Python bullshit. That's not the kind of thing you can do without incredible fortitude and strength of mind. Amazing job as always, Sir Tristan. Mashu, come on. You think so? I can't quite believe it myself, but do you really think so? In the manga, Haposai doesn't get as much screen time, or panel time. Yeah, interesting. So he's much more present in the anime series. I wonder if that's because they wanted to ramp up the fan service. I mean, there were a lot of filler episodes and distinctions in that particular show. I wonder if that means you'll have less of a role in this new anime. Probably, because they're also trying to not be too social justice angering this time. They want to remain politically correct, right? You're gonna roll for Summer Bargy? I see. So Sir Gawain was blasted away from the city just as I was. Well, since I ended up here in the forest, a place I have always considered home, I suspect Sir Gawain may have ended up in a place with similar meaning for him. I wonder where Suzuka could have ended up. She doesn't seem to be anywhere in Waikiki. Although that reset light was strong enough to knock me out, it had no adverse physical effects whatsoever. So wherever Miss Suzuka is, I'm sure her inability to rendezvous with us is not a matter of harm having been done to her. Speaking of which, Tristan, why did you stay in these woods instead of trying to rendezvous with Master? The bounded field prevented me from leaving. All I could do was try to survive with no more than my harp. If Mikosare hadn't told me about this spring, I would probably still be fighting this forest's warriors. Does that mean Mikosare helped you? She did. She introduced me to this spring, where I can play my harp as loudly as I want without bothering anyone else. I take it by your interest in her name that you came here to defeat her? Only if we have to. First we gotta learn why she's doing this. Very well. I'll take you to her house. You needn't worry about the deity in question for now. It won't wake up until the latter half of Servant Fest. The latter half of Servant Fest? Does that mean it only comes alive when the fervor of Servant Fest reaches a certain point? Yes, that's correct. But you should ask Mikosare about that. Oh, one more question. Are you making a book this time as well? Yeah, we are. Well, not us so much as the clubs and the Alliance, but still. Then there should be no problem. You have everything you need to defeat her. Really? Follow me. I'll take you to the deepest reaches of the Night Woods, the Witch's forbidden domain. That's Mikosare's base? It looks like a witch's house straight out of a fairy tale. This is where Mikosare lives? Not exactly. The house doesn't belong to her. She's more watching it for its actual owner. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. I sure hope it's not one of those giant mimics only pretending to be a house so it can eat people or something. Is there anything we should look out for after we go inside, Tristan? Not especially. It's your typical cozy home, aside from perhaps its location. And as luck would have it, it's tea time now too, so I doubt Miko Ser will attack you, especially with me here. Alright then, I was just about to ask why would she not attack you, but then I'm like, oh yeah, because she's your freaking spirit form, or your fairy form. Enshrined Deity Priestess, it is Tristan, Knight of the Round Table. I'm coming in! It's kind of a creepy little branch running right through the middle. Don't! How many times do I have to tell you? Daytime is my writing time. Huh? What the? What the hell are you doing trespassing in my territory? Do you want to die? Is that it? Fine, that can be arranged. Hold it, Miko Ser. No, wait, during the day you go by Baobhan, the Rain Witch, don't you? At any rate, these people are not your enemy. They're here to clear up this mutual misunderstanding. Please hear them out. For me, if nothing else. Think of it as paying me back for all the stories of knighthood I've regaled you with each morning. Oh, buzz off. If anything, you piss me off even more than they do. I told you this was a witch's house, didn't I? And what do witches do to trespassers? They curse them to hell and gone, that's what. You mean hell and back? I've never heard that phrase. You probably thought you could take me down easy without the enshrined deity here, but unfortunately for you piss ants, witches are invincible in their workshops. My magical energy's easily 100 times stronger in here, but I'm sure you knew that, being mages yourselves. Oh right, I guess you wouldn't, seeing how you're just a half-assed master and a hick fairy with delusions of magehood. Alright, fine. I was just thinking it was time I made my own grimoire anyway. So I'm gonna turn you all into stickers, and use you to decorate my book's back cover. Oh, we're actually kicking her ass. That was very different from when you're Miko Ser. I was just tired from all the drawing I've been doing. Yeah. The Witch of the Forest of Rain is usually way, way stronger than this jerk face. Drawing? You mean those completely blank pages all over your desk? Huh? Did you seriously just look at my desk without even asking? I knew you were a hick, but I thought you at least had some manners. Seriously, did no one teach you right from wrong growing up? You're being even ruder than Melusine right now, you know that? Oh yeah, I guess you're right, I'm sorry. I thought I might find some kind of evidence there, so... Arcas is a detective right now, so she couldn't help herself. Well, I guess it's harder not to see them when you're already in here. The real problem isn't that you peeked at my desk, it's that you entered my house without permission. Alright, what are you doing here anyway? You come to get revenge after Burnunos handed you your asses? No, we're not here for revenge, we just want to talk. First off, we want to know why you've been attacking Servant Fess. Yeah, what Mashu said. It sounds like the deity doesn't show up until Servant Fess is halfway over. There's a reason for that, right? Well, if you already know that much, I guess there's no point in keeping the rest a secret. That's right. The deity awakens in response to the fervor generated from the Servant Fess attendees. Baobhan didn't have a good childhood either. She was pretty fucking miserable until Morgan adopted her. Hey, Vegeta, thank you for setting up as a supporter. You can now watch all the Lessons in Magecraft videos that I have yet to release to the public. Which right now I think is like 2 or 3. That fervor then lures him over to the city, where he goes on to squash the festival. Does that mean this deity hates Servant Fest? No, he doesn't. He only squashes it because he suffers while it's going on. That's fine with me, though. I love squashing people when they're enjoying themselves. Is there no way to stop the deity from doing that? If there was, I'd already be doing it. Why do you think I became his priestess in the first place? Oh, so you're doing this to help him? Of course not. I'm using him. As Miko Ser, it's never been easier to squash other servants like rats. You just can't be honest with yourself, can you, Baobhan Shi? The truth is, you don't actually want Burnunos to wake up, right? The more he burns the city, the more people hate him. And you don't like that, do you? Huh? Hey, using those eyes on me is no fair. Huh. Well, I guess there is one way to keep Burnunos from going to the city. I just have to keep an eye on him in his cave. That's why you're here, right? Because you want me to do that? Mordred? Hell yeah. Does that mean you can seal the deity away? Yeah, I can, but on one condition. You guys are making doujin, right? Bring them to me on the 6th day. Let's see, 5 books should be enough. With that much reference material, I'm sure I'll have no trouble making headway on my own draft. What, are you gonna plagiarize? Howdy! Well, this is quite the surprising development. I never would have guessed that the priestess would ask for doujin. That's a much more peaceful way to resolve this, though. I think I see why she's been attacking Servant Fest now. She really does want to keep the deity safe, but she also wants to keep putting off her deadline. Yeah, but why is the deity pained by Servant Fest? That's the real question. Yeah, Baobhan Shi might act evil, but she's still good at heart. Well, she's also genuinely mean, cruel, and short-tempered. Dude, she killed so many people and tormented them. I'm sorry, man. But it's not wholesome. Anyway, we can definitely rule her out as the thief who stole the singularity from BB now. I'm glad you understand. I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on her. She did once go by my name, after all, so I can't help but feel a sense of personal obligation. I see. You could pass through the bounded field as well, thanks to that pixie dust, but if that's your choice, we'll have to respect it. Alright, now that that's settled, let's head back to the city. We have 3 finished books right now, so that just leaves 2 more. I mean, in my story, we already have all 5, but we'll have to make sure all 5 are ready to go on day 6 of Servant Fest. This might wind up being a much shorter stream, simply due to the fact that they have time-gated the story, and all we have left to do is catch up to the time gate that comes out tonight. So that'll be what it is. Servant Fest, Day 6, 5:50 p.m. Here you go, hot off the presses. There we go, good job, you always did respond well to the stick. I think I'll probably stream tomorrow. I might take a look and see just how many times they're gonna time gate the event though, but you know what? I might just stream it anyway. We'll find out. There we go. Good job. Wait, she already said that. Alright, let's see what we've got here. I guess we can still print out test prints, because we still can't do the individual, like the actual books for the convention, but we can do the prototypes and bring those to her, I suppose. I assume the burning of the forest is just a means for her to keep us from getting nice paper as well. Did you like them? I guess they were okay. Good enough to be references, at least. Then you'll keep Burnunos pacified like you promised? Yeah, okay, I did promise, I guess. Although there's one thing I don't get. Why aren't any of your names listed on the credits? Oh, that's because we're just assistants this time. Oh, so none of these are actually your books? Well, alright, I don't like it, but I guess I'll allow it this time. Huh? Did you specifically want to see a book we made, Baobhan? No. I was just curious to see what a fairy of Fairy Britain could make, that's all. Anyway, the enshrined deity won't be going to the city anymore, so Servant Fest should end tomorrow. But first I want you to come see this cave under the house. It wouldn't be fair if you didn't. You can leave when you're done there. That's the only time-gated one? So you mean tonight, the floodgates are open and we can just finish the event in one go if we wanted? Oh, the epilogue is time-gated, huh? Alright. I wonder, was she keeping this cave blocked off? Okay, we're here. See that mural? According to the spirit of these woods, this mural wasn't made recently. They said it's been here since before the islands came together to become a singularity. The spirit of these woods? You mean those kangaroos? Nah, those are just animals that like to roughhouse. The forest spirits are more primal. To me, they kind of looked like dark dragonflies. They're why Mother only stuck around long enough to put up the bounded field. So Morgan's not here. I guess she didn't stay in these woods because she doesn't like insects. Anyway, Mother also said this mural was made a long time ago, back when humankind's ancestors just started living here. Apparently, it shows this island's past and its future. None of you have any idea why the enshrined deity wakes up, do you? He wakes up because he can't take the noise of people's emotions. Their instincts, their trends, their baseless rumors. Those kinds of things anger him and make him want to burn down the city, because it's a symbol of civilization. So you're saying the enshrined deity isn't attacking Servant Fest, but civilization itself? But hang on, if this mural and the deity have been around since before this place became a singularity... then Hoartoria, that is, Hawaii's civilization, would have been destroyed many times over. But there's no historical record of anything like that ever happening. Something doesn't add up. The Dark Fairy King broke the seal on this cave. They're the one who let the calamity inside this cave loose on the island. The Dark Fairy King hates Servant Fest with a passion. The deity's just a victim. He doesn't hate anyone, but so many people hate him. That's just like being a sacrifice. So I decided if the enshrined deity was going to be seen as evil, then I was too. Baobhan, don't sympathize with me, it's creepy. My point is, I'll keep the deity in check for this servant fess. That should force whoever's behind this to reveal themselves and try to ruin it. You said you and Sarah are detectives now, right, Bumpkin? Then please find the real mastermind. Because if you don't, I've got a bad feeling something even worse is gonna happen. I wonder. Sorry, I gotta stretch. Servant Fest Day 7 Finale. 9:30 a.m. 30 minutes before opening. Attention all club members. We now have 30 minutes until Servant Fest opens its doors. Please return to your own clubs now and refrain from moving about the hall floor. Every club member is smiling so happily. It looks like there were no issues with everyone getting their books printed this time. At long last our summer is going to begin. Right before it ends. It's so sad that it's all going to wrap up in only one day. But that's just how festivals are. Man, now that we're finally at the finale, I kind of don't mind having gone through all those resets. Me neither. We basically just got more summer vacation out of them. Unlike BB's time loop. Hell, part of me wouldn't mind one more reset just so I could have more of those delicious cocktails at the hotel. Come now, you two have had plenty of break time, and the singularity should go away once Servant Fest comes to an end. Our vacation may have only been about 2 weeks long, but that was still more than enough. By the way, where's Chloe? I don't see her anywhere. She basically collapsed like she ran out of batteries as soon as she confirmed all the new books had been delivered on time. We put her in one of those beds at the hotel, so please don't wake her up. She's extremely exhausted. True, Chloe worked more than any of us this time. So Servant Fest is finally coming to an end, huh? We still don't have any idea who the culprit could be. But I guess that won't matter once the singularity disappears. What do you think, Sarah? Baobhan seemed like a promising suspect at first, but it turned out she was innocent. There's one vacation lover who's conspicuous by their absence. A typhoon! A typhoon, eh? The typhoon is headed this way at 100 kilometers per hour. The wind bursts reaching up to 120 meters per second. We ask that all general attendees and club members leave the hall and return to your hotel rooms for your safety. Say what? What? Typhoon! Well, I think the red text options now are just an allusion to Oberon, like kind of a joke now. Like, ha, whenever you're talking about him. It's like sneezing when somebody's got a rumor about you. I don't know if there's like a brand new set of choices that comes when you make the red choice anymore. Hey, what's the meaning of this? I thought you said Mikosar agreed not to interfere this time. My guess is this is a second calamity. A second calamity? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but does that mean... It means we have to do something about it before everything gets reset again. Are you guys ready? Leave this to me. Nothing gets this pirate's blood pumping than a storm at sea. I'll show you exactly why I was known as Blackbeard the Pirate King. Pass. What the hell are we even supposed to do against a typhoon? We'd need a first-class weather-controlling mage to even stand a chance. All we have here are brawlers. We've got to at least see what things are like out there. Damn, this wind is nuts! I love weather like this! I never saw any of this bad even during the Pirate Golden Age. Bring on the muskets and culverins. Whee! Saw that coming. Blackbeard just turned into a UFO. Everyone get down and grab hold of something. I love this Mashu expression. It's like flabbergasted. You must be joking. I'm a queen. These knees were never meant to touch the ground. Oh, cut the crap, blockhead Nerea. This is no ordinary typhoon. The wind's infused with magical energy. It's consciously trying to destroy this island. No, the Servant Fest site. And whatever it is, it's even more dangerous than Mikosair's enshrined deity. Now get over here. If you refuse to kneel, then at least take my hand. Master, we need to get to shelter too. There's no way we can handle that. Master? Wait, I think I see someone. Oh, come on, you're still not evacuating even in this? Do you not know danger when you see it? Or are you just so foolishly brave you've got nerves of actual steel? I guess that would be more your style. You're a selfless hero, aren't you? I'm guessing you have no idea what your life's even worth anymore. You must be the Dark Fairy King. Did you call this typhoon? Huh? Oberon? What are you doing here? Have you started calling yourself the Spirit King too? God damn it, Oberon. Kick him in the nuts! Oh, he's so emo. What a little bitch. Such a little bitch. Hey, what's the big idea? I was waiting for the perfect moment to reveal my identity, and there you go, ruining it. You can't remain a shadow dude forever, damn it. Oh well, I guess you couldn't help it. You're a detective now, after all. And detectives just love making accusations no matter what the circumstances, don't you? You guys know him too? Even though you should take a closer look at the kind of Ever thought you should keep a closer look at the kind of company you keep? I mean, just look at him. His clothes are as black as his heart. Ouch, that hurts, you know. And you and I were alike not too long ago. I guess there's something to be said for wiping a mind completely clean. Just try not to die of shame when you regain your memories and all the embarrassing things you said come rushing back. So you did chose your own swimsuit. If you can call that a swimsuit. Jeez, you're even more clueless than Artoria. We're not talking about swimsuits right now. Anyway, I don't know if you're being keen-eyed or overly particular, but I chose this one myself. I just went into some kind of brand store and picked the first thing that caught my eye. Anyway, that's all the chat I have time for. I need to be on my way. See, thanks to you guys preventing the first calamity. The second calamity. Okeanunos. Oh my god. The enshrined deity of storms is about to make landfall. I don't know if it's Ocean or Okeanunos. There's another enshrined deity? Doesn't it cheapen them for there to be more than one? Well, excuse me for being cheap. I didn't think things were going to reach this point either. Hot Topic bastard. Although, if I were a chick, I'd have a lot of fun shopping at Hot Topic. I like those dark pleated skirts with chains hanging off them. Attention, everyone enjoying Hawartoria. I'm afraid we have some unfortunate news. A typhoon has just made landfall. Needless to say, we are canceling Servant Fest in the interest of attendee safety. Well, excuse me, Arcast. In accordance with Servant Fest Normalization Committee regulations, we will now initiate a reset. Regrettably, we are responsible for this state of affairs. I'm not responsible. We hope you can continue to enjoy Servant Fest. Oh, it's regrettable this time, huh? Guess they aren't completely heartless. Oh well, not that it matters to me. Now everything will go back to being nice and neat. It's just too bad this won't be the end of it. Anyway, you all love wasting your time slaving away for nothing, right? You'll have plenty of time to enjoy in the next Servant Fest now. But hey, get back here! I demand you tell us more about this storm. No, Naknareya, come back! You're gonna get blown away! Whee! This wind is even tearing palm trees out of the ground. Senpai, this way! Damn it, we failed again! Team Rocket's blasting off again! Bing! And that does it. Oh shit, I gotta get out of here. Nope. You're the copyrighted song. I don't know why you're the copyrighted song, but you are. Gotta talk. Okay. That is so stupid. Does the music come back if I'm on this screen? No. Okay, but you don't know if this one's gonna be copyrighted either. What the hell, man? So yeah, I've done everything there is to do so far until 7/21, which is today, but later on tonight. So, wah. Well, they're not resetting to punish us, per se. They're resetting because it ruined Servant Fest. So it doesn't matter what ruined Servant Fest as long as it's ruined, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess I will schedule a stream for tomorrow, because that'll let me continue, streaming, what did I just say? Continue after the time gate, and we'll see here. But yeah. Yep, still 7 hours, still the rest unlocks. I'll probably work on some other videos and stuff in the meantime, and stream tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, yeah, until next time, celebrate your fandom.